what accomplishments. So about you will be explained by me. So after that, you can start your presentation. I think you have already shared your pre-recorded session with us, right?
Yes, yes. Will you launch it? Will you launch
Yes,
the presentation?
yeah, we will play that from our side, and at the end, the audience have any questions for you, so you can come to the live and you can answer the questions. Okay.
Yes, yes. I will be here.
Just give me.
The presentation is very short. It lasts about 16, 17 minutes. So.
Okay. No problem. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes. Welcome on stage, Alessandra Pepi. So she is born in Rome, pursued her university studies in Texas before returning to Italy and earning a bachelor's degree in modern languages from the University of Rome La Sapienza. She later completed two-year master's degrees, respectively in new educational technologies and sociology and psychology of communication. A freelance journalist, author, translator, university lecturer, and teacher. She was selected by a European project committee to become a coach in 2016 and obtained the ICF ACC credential in 2020. Passionate about personal development, Alessandra Pepi is a Tai Chi master, yoga, and mindfulness instructor. These experiential competencies are an integral part of her work as a leadership, empowerment, and mental fitness coach. Her mission is to empower women to overcome self doubt, gain inner power, and have a positive impact in the world. Wow, that was really a great interaction by Alessandra. So let me share my screen and play the pre-recorded video. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Melinda. I'll be here.
Let's start with
Stay here till the end the presentation. So if there are questions, I'll be here.
Hello, beautiful creatures. My name is Alessandra Bebe, and I am honored to be a speaker at the Second World Women Conference. Let's begin.
Shall I share mine? Because I don't know why it stopped. Sorry, this is the beautiful things of the live. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Have you ever wondered that you might have an innate self-sabotage system? The aim of this presentation is to discover what hinders the disclosure of your potential and how to boost your self-esteem and self-efficacy.
Hi, Alessandra. So, do you want you to share the screen, or shall I stop?
No. Just go ahead, because now it seems it's working.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful creatures. My name is Alessandra Bebe, and I am honored to be a speaker at the Second World Women Conference. Let's begin.
There's something wrong. Sorry, there must be something wrong. The video is not working. There is no images. Here it is now. Now it's working. Okay.
Hello, beautiful
Sorry about
creatures. My name is Alessandra Beve, and I am honored to be a speaker at the Second World Women Conclave. Let's begin. Have you ever wondered that you might have an innate self-sabotage system? The aim of this presentation is to discover what hinders the disclosure of your potential and how to boost your self-esteem and self-efficacy. In the end, you will have some practical tools, but please feel free to contact me to dive deeper in your empowerment process. I want to start with a research that highlighted that women perform better in most leadership skills. For example, they excel in taking initiative, they act with resilience, they practice self-development, they are more results-oriented, and others. Whereas men slightly perform better in developing strategic perspective, technical or professional expertise. As you can see from this chart, women outscore on 17 out of 19 capabilities. But due to cultural, historical, and unconscious biases, when women are asked to assess themselves, they are not so generous. The research gave evidence that especially young women have lower scores on confidence rating. Whereas men are usually less afraid of stepping forward. In this chart, you can see how the confidence percentile is higher for men until men and women reach their 40s. This gap in confidence results in less willingness to apply for a job if they are not convinced to meet all the listed qualifications. In addition to that, they show more awareness to step up for a promotion. And this brings us to the concept of self-efficacy, which is basically the inner feeling that you can do it. It is related to the self-awareness of how convinced you are about your capacities and skills in order to accept challenges and reach goals. Let's dive in deeper on how to develop self-esteem and self-efficacy and improve thus your performances. Adopting a growth mindset is crucial for empowerment and success. It is the belief that with practice, perseverance, and effort, people can endlessly learn and grow. And it encourages us to see challenges as opportunities to grow. Whereas people with a fixed mindset believe their talents are innate and unchangeable, that is to say, their intelligence and abilities are set from birth. They often give up when faced with obstacles. They ignore negative feedback, no matter how constructive they may be. Effort and trying hard are seen as negative because if you need to try, you must not be very intelligent or talented. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset approach challenges with confidence, calmness, unafraid of making mistakes or feeling embarrassed, and focus on the growth process. Mindset is essential for personal growth, professional development, and overall organizational success. The growth mindset fosters a culture of continuous improvement and innovation, where setbacks are seen as learning experiences rather than failures. These opposing mindsets exist within all of us. The difference lies in the perspective we choose to adopt to view life. Which one do we fit the most? Here are some examples, some sentences that manifest a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. So pay attention to what happens in your head. Of course, your self-confidence can also be built on your successes. In fact, the more you succeed, the more confidence increases. And it is also true that the more you accept challenges, the more you perceive yourself as self-effective. Also, external encouragement and external validation can build and cultivate your self-esteem and self-efficacy. Search for who or what empowers you. Take others as a model and inspiration. Imitate them. The good news is that if you fake it little by little, you can make it. But I would add, fake it till you ultimately become it. That's where our bodies come in, because body language influences how others perceive us and how we perceive ourselves. Now, I would like to invite you to stop this presentation for a minute or two and stand up. Think of someone, even a prominent person from the past if you like. How does he or she move, speak, behave, stand, look? Or if you prefer, think of an animal that you admire and that radiates energy, confidence, power. While you were modeling that person or that animal, what happened to your body? But if we really want to discover and find out what hinders us and limits us, we have to go back to the root cause. We have to detect our self-boicotage system that, according to the positive intelligence, is made up of 10 saboteurs, 10 inner voices that we have to acknowledge and reduce and silence. After exposing and intercepting our inner top saboteurs, we can shift to the sage mode, that is to say, the growth mindset, and we can boost self-command. These are the 3 core muscles that we have to develop in order to improve self-confidence, well-being, relationships, performance, peace of mind, and happiness. We know from the neurosciences that our saboteurs and our negative emotions live in the brainstem, limbic system, and in parts of the left brain, whereas the sage lives in the middle prefrontal cortex, the empathy circuitry, and parts of the right brain. So, activating specific parts of the brain that can be trained like muscle, as we said before, is foundational to make the shift. What we call the sage or the wise part of the brain is where all positive emotions reside, including our self-command and self-confidence. What RMA imaging has discovered is illustrated in these 2 images. Both hemispheres are important, but we can choose to train and activate the right hemisphere if we want to enhance social skills, big picture thinking, and creativity, to name but a few. As we said, the brain is neuroplastic. It can change, it can learn, it can endlessly rewire itself. And we can choose to activate certain parts of it. How do we do that? Every time I unmask a sabotaging thought or emotion, I can choose to shift into sage mode through specific practices and exercises that raise awareness and keep me in the present moment. Our motivation and willpower are also linked to which part of the brain is more active. Am I generally driven by fear, stress, anger, anxiety, insecurity, frustration, guilt? Or am I pulled by empathy, curiosity, creativity, ideals, passion, purpose? To sum up, this is what we experience when we dwell in the saboteur region of the brain, as opposed to what we experience when we adopt the sage perspective, where ultimately joy and prosperity flourish. What do you want to cultivate? If you realize you're feeling negative emotions, just stop. It means you're in saboteur mode. Do some brain workouts instead so that you can quiet the saboteur voices and activate the sage. Assume the sage perspective that every problem can be turned into a gift and opportunity, and then generate the gift. You can use the sage powers like empathy, curiosity, creativity, calm and clear-headed action. Self-efficacy is a powerful force. It acts as a self-fulfilling prophecy because your expectations and beliefs shape your reality. By nurturing a strong belief in your abilities, you can create a positive feedback loop where your confidence leads to actions that bring about success, thereby reinforcing your initial belief. Remember, the more you believe in your potential, the more likely it is to become your reality. Embracing your unique self means recognizing and valuing the qualities that make you different. Trusting the unique being you are and accepting your flaws as a natural part of being human is the first step towards self-compassion, personal empowerment, and growth. I would like to invite you to do a simple yet powerful exercise. Pause this presentation for a few minutes and write down what makes you special, what others recognize about you, and what strengths have emerged from past experiences. Finally, what are your takeaways? How will you use them to support your development? When will you act on them? Thank you for being with me all the way to the end of this journey towards greater self-esteem and empowerment.
There's one last. Okay, there were my contacts, but I can put it in the chat. There's one last slide. I must apologize, everybody. Thank you for being here all the way through, really. I don't know why the video was so slow. I made it much more. here I am. Here I am. So I'm sorry again. I don't know why the video was so slow. I made it much more dynamic. Anyway, thank you for being here all the way through, and I'm available for any suggestion, question. One thing I learned, many things I've learned, for example, not putting any music on in the background because it's not very well, it's not a good sound to hear. It's not perfect sound. And maybe it was better to speak live instead of sending a video, but I wasn't sure whether I was able to attend the presentation live. Thank you, Melinda. I don't know if there are any suggestions or questions for me.
Thank you so much, Alexandra, for the insightful and interesting talk. So, yeah, we do have a question from our audience. Here is the question. So, what is the one personal development tool or technique you think everyone should try?
Going back to the root cause of what is our self-sabotage is being able to shift from the reptile brain to the prefrontal cortex. And how can we do that? We can shift to the clear mind and intuition and creativity and self-confidence and self-esteem, practicing mindful exercises. For example, 2 or 3 times a day, just stop, breathe, or listen to something very carefully, or look at something and fix your mind. Anyway, there are many mindful exercises that can help you silence the sabotaging voices in yourself. That's the most important and effective tool I can tell you. Thank you, Melinda, and thank you for the question.
Thank you. Thank you so much for answering the question to the audience. Thank you so much for joining this Day 3 Global Virtual Summit 2024. And yes, please join our next speaker sessions as well and share your questions and share some love to the other speakers. So thank you so much for joining this event and making this event successful. And have a nice day.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.